What's up, guys? Welcome to a new YouTube video. I'm super pumped to put this one out. I'm going to be breaking down the framework that may be keeping you stuck from actually seeing the self-development and fitness development you want, especially as a CEO who is already crushing it in business and wondering why you haven't been able to sustain your ability to crush it on the fitness side of things or on the self-development side of things. And if you're a CEO that really wants to get back into your peak performance shape or has never been and wants to taste the rainbow for the first time, then this is the video for you, because again, I'm going to be going over a very crucial stone that is rarely unturned in the online coaching industry, certainly in the personal training industry. It's the reason why 97% of people who see results through online coaching and personal trainers reverse their progress within 1 to 3 years. And it's the reason why many people don't see the progress they want in the first place. So this is a super high leverage concept. I know that was a bold opener, but I'm about to back it up. And this may hit for a lot of you and give you some juice, give you some fuel, and give you some perspective on perhaps why you've been stuck in the past and enable you to do what's necessary to see results in the present. And before I get into it, if you do want extra guidance with your fitness and self-development journey as an ambitious CEO, feel free to click the link in the description, hop on a free call with your boy, and I'm happy to meet you, go over kind of what your situation is, what your goals are, and see if it's a good fit to work together. And at the very least, I'll just give you some free value, give you my 2 cents on what you could be doing or how you could get started. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to share my screen. I've created a little visual framework here just for you guys. So it's your lucky day. All right. This is, I'm just going to hide this thing here if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. As I have it titled here, the Elite Self CEO Fitness Identity Development. So the underlying kind of stone unturned is identity development. You will not hear this term used, again, in personal training or in the vast majority of online fitness coaches, because they're frankly unaware of what's really happening under the curtain with their clients. And personal trainers are puzzled that their clients aren't seeing results. Online trainers probably are puzzled that their clients don't see results in the long term, but they're not complaining because their clients keep coming back to them with the same problems. But I'd rather set you guys up for success in the long term. And this understanding this concept is going to be how I help you do that today. So let's get dirty here. Let's get nasty. First and foremost, so when you're starting off new, you're fresh, right? This could be kind of where you're starting here. You're not really sure. You're thinking about all these new behaviors. It might feel uncomfortable. It might feel a bit frustrating. Maybe you've tried other things in the past. Maybe you've tried implementing a health and fitness routine in conjunction with your business and it hasn't really worked out. Maybe you're confused on what to do, what actually works for you. You hear all of these people, all these nutritionists and supplement companies and online trainers and personal trainers tell you to do all different things, and they're all shitting on the other, scope of practice. And it just leaves you in a point of confusion. And then don't get me started on Google, because you'll find 1,000 things there as well. And this is why I don't blame at all people who are just starting for feeling intimidated or feeling confused, because I totally get it, especially in today's environment. Like maybe it was a bit simpler 5, 10, 15 years ago. In today's environment specifically, it's a bloodbath out there, and it's kind of tough to get started, especially if you're the type of person that kind of likes to have the lay of the land before you get started, as I know a lot of you A-type CEOs do. And here, it's not part of your identity. So your identity, meaning kind of how you view yourself. And the reason I have results here too is because your identity is very closely correlated with the results you get in life. We can extrapolate this into business. Life doesn't give you what you want, it gives you who you are, right? Life didn't give you a 6-figure business until you were a 6-figure CEO, or even a 7-figure CEO. Life didn't give you a 7-figure business until you were a 7 or 8-figure CEO, in regards of the caliber of CEO, your mindset, your leadership ability, your execution, etc. Same thing with fitness. And so your results and your identity, how you view yourself as it pertains to fitness, is very closely correlated with the results you're going to get from fitness. And people who just start off, they do not consider themselves fit people. You might consider yourself a skinny fat person, a person that isn't consistent with fitness. You might consider yourself someone who has trouble kind of staying on track, who doesn't really know what to do. And of course, life gives you who you are, so you're going to stay with those results. And the first kind of major, there are many kind of identity related milestones along the way. I broke it down into the most important kind of two main steps here. First of which is, after you start a strategy that actually works for you, you start to create an identity shift. So again, a few points that are associated with this major pivot point in your identity. You feel like you're getting in rhythm. You're learning the basics. You're seeing your first progress, whether that's your first few pounds lost, or your first few muscle gain, or you start seeing your weight go up in the gym, or maybe you just were actually consistent with your workouts for 3 weeks straight, right? You're building momentum. Maybe you're creating more energy. Maybe you're feeling the effects of how this can impact your energy or your attitude in a positive way. You might even be learning to enjoy it a little bit. Whereas at the start, it felt uncomfortable and frustrating and confusing. Now you're feeling momentum. You're starting to enjoy it. You look forward to going to the gym and you're building momentum. It's consistently a priority for you, to the extent where it doesn't really feel like it's a chore. It's starting to feel like something you actually look forward to and you want to do. This is an exciting milestone that we always look for with our clients. And again, the key to all this, I should have honestly put this at the top of the list, is implementing a feasible strategy to help you start to move in that direction, because none of this stuff happens unless the feasible strategy is in place. And a lot of the CEOs that come to us, this is the most important implementation that can happen, because again, online trainers out there, personal trainers out there, they don't understand that there's an identity shift that needs to be made, and they don't understand the intricacies of what it's like to be a high-level CEO. And there are certain strategic factors that need to be taken into place as a CEO regarding your schedule changes, regarding the amount of bandwidth and energy you're already allocating to your business, with traveling, with the amount of fires that you have to put out, given the fact that you want to still go all in on your business and still progress in this area. It takes a specific strategy in order to do that, right? And so once that's implemented across the board, taking into account fitness, taking into account nutrition in your lifestyle, you start to feel all of these things. And this is a major kind of shift that happens, where this is almost like not like a no turn back point, where unless you really tried really hard to quit, you're not quitting, right? And you guys can guess what this Q stands for here, is quit. A lot of people, before they experience this fun little identity milestone, they quit because maybe they try a strategy, or they try a personal trainer. Again, limited scope of practice. Personal trainers only focus on fitness, where there's no mindset / identity. There's no nutrition help. There's no lifestyle or accountability, right? Or they try a nutritionalist where there's no fitness, no mindset, no accountability in those departments. Or they just try it on their own and they get super confused and not sure what to do. Or they implement a few things that they know will work, but they're not really sure how to actually mesh it together with their execution in their business, whatever the case is, right? Or they just don't try at all. They end up quitting. Somewhere in the middle here, right? So again, that feasible strategy is key, okay? And again, this is almost like a no turn back point. Once you reach this little identity shift, which will be a different combination of these factors here, as you can see, it looks pretty darn exponential to get to this next point up here, which is your new identity, where now you consider yourself an elite self CEO, where fitness is just a part of your identity. And again, I have a little kind of list up here, kind of going over the main associations with this. It's part of who you are. You enjoy it. You not only enjoy it, you enjoy it thoroughly. The gym is one of your sanctuaries in your life. You absolutely love it. You love how it makes you feel. You love how it impacts your business and impacts your caliber of CEO that you are, right? You love how it forges your mind. You love how it's an opportunity to bolster the strength and the perseverance and the mental fortitude that you have. You love, obviously, the physical results. You love shedding the fat that you have. You love building the muscle. You love the health improvements that you're seeing and the energetic improvements. And you're addicted to the process. It's certainly far from a chore at this point. You love it. You love the little growth. You love increasing your weight by 2.5 pounds. You love seeing that weight drop on the scale. You love seeing the progress in your progress photos from last month to this month, right? You love getting in there and improving yourself. You love having this as a cornerstone of your self-growth, as a fundamental element of your self-growth, right? And you realize / broke the limiting belief that it takes time away and takes energy away from you. And you realize fully now that it actually gives you time back, that it actually gives you energy back, because the CEOs that work with us, even if they're working 16, 18 hours in a day, they realize if they prioritize 20 minutes of that or 30 minutes of that towards their health and fitness, get a workout in, get a walk in, get a run in, chug some water, chug a green drink, like prioritize your health and fitness. They realize that that pays very palpable dividends throughout the rest of their day in regards of their cognitive performance and their energy, which are obviously invaluable assets and things we need to protect and improve upon and optimize as entrepreneurs, right? And this point, if this point was almost a non-going back moment, once you get here, you're never going back. It's so closely knit with who you are as a person. You would feel extremely weird for skipping the gym 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row. The thought of quitting would literally be like, why would I ever do that? It would almost like be like suggesting quitting to drink water, where it would just be like, why would I stop drinking water? Or why would I stop sleeping? Why would I stop working out? Right? It's so fun. The progress is consistent. It's a part of who you are, and you wish you just started sooner. You've realized how it's leveled you up as an entrepreneur, and it's just given back to you in so many ways, and you're excited to just compound. And again, this is the main cornerstones of the identity shift that is made. Again, most people get stuck in this little Q section here and they quit because most people are either getting guidance from incomplete scopes of practice, like your traditional online trainer or your average personal trainer or your nutritionalist or their buddy who's given them a few tips, or Google, right? And then they end up quitting somewhere along here, right? And as you can see, guys, under the timeline aspect of it, I don't actually have a real timeline here. I have X, Y, and Z, essentially, right? The reason that is because to go from new to this first ID shift, it's not like it's a clean cut 30 days or 3 months. For person A, it could be 30 days. For person B, it could be 3 months, right? We've had clients go from X to Y within a week, where they're like, they get started, we implement the feasible strategy, and they're like, my God, this feels amazing already. I love being in the gym. Give me more of this. And they absolutely just sink their teeth into the program, and they hit that first milestone like right off the bat. And then the second one follows not long after. It's certainly within our entry-level program. Our entry-level program called Elite Self Level 1 is 20 weeks long. They often hit this new identity peak well within our level 1 program, if not certainly within our level 2 program. Okay. For person B, it might take the entire level 1 program to make this first identity shift. But whether it takes a 1 week or 20 weeks, this needs to happen at some point, because no matter what happens, you need to cross this crucial threshold and get to this first identity shift. It can happen now, or it can happen 20 years from now when you have more health issues and more on the line and more responsibility and less bandwidth to do it, or you can do it now, right? It has to happen at some point. And so whether it takes 1 week or 20 weeks is inconsequential in the long term, because you need to do it. It's kind of like business, right? Whether it took you your 1 year to succeed or 10 years, you're like, I'm succeeding no matter what. I'm not quitting, right? This is happening. You have a vision for your life. You have a vision for your business. That wasn't conditional upon how long it would take, right? And you built it. You said, I don't care how long this is going to take. And you went through like identity shifts as an entrepreneur. Now it's time to just do it in the fitness department. And it's very similar and much more simple than entrepreneurship. And this is the reason why I wanted to provide this to you guys, because even though you guys are very educated with kind of what's going on under the hood, perhaps in regards of your psychology as an entrepreneur, not a lot of people are aware that the same concepts apply to fitness. And even the best of us can get stuck in the weeds with wondering like, why is it so hard? what's really going on here. This is what's really going on here, guys. And this is a high-level overview of the internal shifts that need to be made in order for you to be successful with your health and fitness journey, especially as an entrepreneur who's going all in on your vision. Because I get it. I would not want to take a single second away from building my vision as well, which is why me, a guy who's up here, realizes that every second I spend in the gym, every second I spend sleeping, every second I spend prioritizing healthy nutrition is a second or an ounce, a unit of energy I get back that I get to pour into my business and my vision and my team and my clients and these videos, etc. Right? And so whatever your vision is for you, hitting this identity shift and then ultimately hitting this one will serve you at a level you may not viscerally be able to comprehend at this point, but trust me, it is worth it. And trust me, you will want to go through this. You will want to become this version of yourself. You will want to become the elite self version. Okay. That was my message for you guys today. Again, my objective here was to bring you guys a bit of clarity behind what's going on under the hood in the fitness department. Not a lot of people online are going to actually cover this or even aware of it, like I mentioned. So I wanted to be, not that I'm like, oh, like I'm the one to provide this, but I've just done the research and I've got the education and I've got the feedback. I'm like, oh, this is actually the missing factor where a lot of people are unaware, and it's the reason why a lot of people are stuck. So again, my mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs become the elite version of themselves so that they can max out their true potential in life and the business and their impact on the world. And my hope is that providing a few of you guys with this framework will be able to help you execute in your life, in your business, and in your fitness journey, so you can ultimately give your gift to the world, fulfill your max potential, and contribute to the world at a higher level. So I hope this was useful. Again, if you want one-on-one guidance to actually coming up with the feasible strategy for your health and fitness while building your business, and you want some guidance to actually navigate these milestones and do it as quickly as possible in a healthy manner, of course, then again, feel free to click the link in the description of this video, book a free call with me. I'll be happy to chat with you. And again, at the very least, just give you some value. So I hope this was useful for you guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video. It helps spread it to more people such as yourself, more entrepreneurs who could potentially benefit from this framework. If you have any questions or takeaways, please comment them down below. I'm always looking at the comments to see what's going on there. And besides that, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram as well if you guys have anything else to say. And thank you guys for watching. If you stuck with me to the end, I truly appreciate your time. I hope it was worth it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.